Hello and welcome to right outside Neyland Stadium, where Tennessee football held its first scrimmage of fall camp. I'm Ryan Sylvia. This is Noah Taylor. We are with VolReport.com on the Rivals Network. And of course, the scrimmage was closed to media, but we were able to catch up with Tennessee head coach Josh Heupel afterward and get an insight on how things went. First things first, we want to give an update on Cooper Mays. He's been unavailable at practice recently, wasn't available in the scrimmage. Heupel revealed that he had a procedure yesterday, and he's expected to be ready for kickoff against Virginia, but I guess we'll have to keep tabs on his progression there. Obviously, should be able to win those first two games without him, but if it does extend maybe into that Florida game in week 3, then there's some question marks. Behind him, he said Parker Ball and Ollie Lane were the two main guys to snap the ball for the Tennessee offense, but obviously Cooper Mays would be a big hit if he's not ready to go. But Noah, what was your biggest takeaway from Tennessee scrimmage?
We've got Joe Milton here checking us out, making sure the camera looks good.
We in frame?
Yeah. Look good? We're good? All right. Well, I'm on the spot now. At least I'm talking about the specialist, so don't have to worry about We'll go with the specialist. Coach Heupel, got up there, and that's the group he called out first about the job they did. Obviously, Tennessee introducing some new pieces there at punter with Jackson Ross, Charles Campbell, the Indiana kicker. He'll take over those duties from Chase McGrath. So he seemed very complimentary about that group. Again, we didn't get to see it, but definitely something that gave Tennessee an edge last season in games, most notably that Alabama game with what Chase McGrath accomplished. So sounds good that Tennessee's kind of picking up where they left off there with the guys they've got in place.
Appreciate it, Joe.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Joe.
We'll go over to the defensive line, though. Heupel was very complimentary of what that group was able to do, specifically in stopping the run. Obviously, a much deeper group up there in the front four this year compared to previous years, headlined by guys like Amari Thomas and Tyler Barron. Said that they had a really good scrimmage, but that towards the end of the game, or the scrimmage, I guess, that those running backs were able to bounce back and have a good game. Do you have any takeaways about maybe any specific running back that Heupel talked about?
Yeah, Jalen Wright was a guy he highlighted. Like you said, Tennessee gets all of its production back there from last season, which is huge. So expecting some big things. Those two were named to the Doak Walker Award candidates yesterday, so obviously a big deal for those guys. But yeah, he singled out Jalen Wright as a guy that kind of broke off a big run. Out of the two running backs, Jalen was kind of the big run guy last year. So sounds good that he's kind of picking up that this year as well. And then Dylan Sampson, another guy expecting to take a big leap, came on at the second half of last season as a freshman. I expect we'll see him a lot in that rotation heavily this year. And he also cited those three freshmen, which is really interesting to me because they stuck out in the spring. Jabari Small and Jalen Wright were limited in the spring. They didn't play at all. So you kind of maybe think, well, maybe once fall camp gets here, Jalen Wright and Jabari are healthy. Maybe we won't see as much or hear as much from those guys, but it sounds like Khalifa Keith, Cam Selden, Deshaun Bishop are still impressing the coaching staff, which is good to see as they build depth there.
Probably the most depth Tennessee's had at the running back position. Only really had 4 guys that they fully trusted, usually kept it to that 3. Now they feel like they can rely on some of those freshmen maybe, even though they're in their first year at Tennessee. Sounds like they've impressed early and could be some solid depth pieces. Of course, as you said, Jabari Small, Jalen Wright, Dylan Sampson are your main 3. They're going to see most of the reps, but when it comes down to it, those freshmen seem prepared. That'll do it all for us today. Make sure you head over to VolReport.com for our written content and head over to the message board where we've got some good discussions, and subscribe to the YouTube channel right here. We just posted Josh Heupel's interview if you want to watch the full thing and see what he had to say about the scrimmage. Of course, Tennessee's football season coming up soon, so if you want to be informed, head over to VolReport.com. Thank you for watching.